Hey, it's Felicia Unique Sweets, your virtual cake coach, and I am guiding you through all things cake. Continuing with my elevated box cake series, episode 2, I am elevating yellow mix into carrot cake. I'm using 1 bag of mix, 4 eggs, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of buttermilk, 2 teaspoons of lemon flavor, emulsion, or extract, 1 1/4 cups of carrots. I grated these by hand, but next time I will definitely use my food processor because it's easier. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, which is mixed in with the cake mix. 1 cup of toasted chopped pecans. Toasting your pecans really brings out the flavor of the pecans, and it just adds an extra little to your cake. Set everything aside and make sure they're at room temperature. While they are getting to room temperature, you are going to prep your pan. I am using a bundt pan, and a little fun fact, this bundt pan that I'm using was my mom's pan, and it's been around since I was little. So this pan is over 50 years old, and it is still holding strong. I have tried different ones, and this still is the best one. Anyways, you're going to use about a tablespoon of butter. You're going to make sure it's in all the crevices. Once you have it all buttered, you're going to add some flour, probably about maybe a 1/4 cup of flour, and you're going to make sure that the entire pan is covered in the flour. The baking process is not for an impatient person. You have to be patient when you are baking because the process, it has to be on point and you can't rush it. So if you're an impatient person, baking is going to help you learn some patience. And so yeah, the middle part, I used the cup to add it onto the middle part because I didn't want to get flour all over the floor. And I usually have a piece of parchment paper to dump the flour in, but I didn't have it, so I just dumped it on the counter. But anyways, you just make sure that your entire pan is covered in the flour, and then you put it aside so that you can start your mixing process. After the mix is in the bowl, add eggs, oil, and milk. Mix it until it all comes together well. When baking with a cake mix, a lot of times it's not going to get completely smooth. You may see some lumps in there. That's fine. But once it's mixed, scrape your bowl, of course, because that is what we do. And then you're going to add your lemon flavor and your carrots. And after the carrots are incorporated, what you're going to do? Scrape your bowl. Yes, scrape your bowl. It's a thing. And then after you scrape your bowl, you're going to add your pecans. And once you give that a quick mix, scrape your batter off of the paddle if you're using a stand mixer. You're going to add it into your prepared bundt pan. And yes, make sure you clean your table. You can scoop this in with a ice cream scoop like I did in the prior video with the spice cake, but I just didn't feel like doing that this time, and I just added it by hand with the spatula. For tutorial purposes, I only used 1 mix, but ideally for a bundt pan, an average size bundt pan, you would want to use 2 mixes and all the ingredients would be doubled. Ovens vary, but on average, bake at 325 for 25 to 30 minutes. Through the magic of editing, the cake is baked, and it's time to say a prayer and flip it. Please, Lord, let this cake come out without cracking or sticking to the pan. Ta-da! Now it's time to just set it aside and let it cool. In the next video, I'll be making an orange simple syrup and cream cheese drizzle. If you enjoyed this video, comment, like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day. Okay, bye.